Hi there, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. I'm delighted to bring you this love reading for mid-November to mid-December. I go by the name the Celtic Storyteller, and I'm an intuitive tarot card reader and a creative soul. In my readings, I aim to bring you the story in the cards that's trying to find you. I just want to thank those of you who have already subscribed to my channel and who follow my videos. And if you're new and you like my style of reading, I'd love you to join me by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks. Now for this reading, I'm going to use the Whispers of Love Tarot deck to get the theme of your love reading. Then I'm going to draw around 5 cards from the Rider-Waite deck to see what's in store for you in your love life. And I'm going to focus on someone you're thinking about and that you like. And then I'm going to use the Austen tarot deck to get a deeper insight into your situation, and we'll pull some other cards as well for you as well. Okay, there's one in here, I think. Yeah, I think it's this one for you. Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Interesting. Now let's see how that relates to your reading. Now, here we go. Okay, if you follow me or if you've seen my readings before, you'll know that I like to take my time shuffling and drawing the cards, but I will speed up that part of the video when I go to edit so that you're not hanging around waiting for me. But it is quite important, I think, to choose the right cards. Okay, water signs, I just left that one turned over because it kind of fell out that way, but I'm going to turn over all your cards actually to start off with, and then we'll talk about them. Okay, so you have the 6 of Swords, Judgment, the 9 of Wands, the Star card, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, good. And down here we have the King of Hearts, that's Mr. Darcy, I think, the Emperor, and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, water signs, here in the centre we have the 9 of Wands. So this deals with being, very resilient in a particular situation. So, and the Star card comes after the Tower. So you may have been in a situation, in your love life where you might have felt you were just putting up with stuff that wasn't exactly making you happy. You wanted to move towards something that made your heart sing, something that made you leap up with joy because you knew it was right. And you could have done that, but it takes resilience and strength to do that. But you're looking for your happiness, you're looking for healing, you're looking for something that you know is right. You've got your eye on the future, and you're quite determined to follow the path that you know is correct for you, that's right for you. You may have realized that there were some things that you were putting up in a relationship, or some habits that kind of slipped their way into what felt normal, but then you realized no, that's not actually what you want. It might have something to do with, though not necessarily, it might have something to do with being with people who are very, very strong themselves, but they may be so strong that they tend to take a little bit more of your energy than is necessary, and you absorb the way they think, because somebody who's coming across as the Emperor will be very strong and determined in their own way of doing things, and that may sometimes leave little room for somebody else. I mean, the Emperor card you'd see has just a barren background, so not a lot of things can flourish when things are very, very strict and harsh. By the way, sorry about that noise in the background, but yeah, if I was to wait for this place to be quiet, I'd never get any readings done. Okay, so yeah. Oh, there we go again. Sorry. Okay, that should be the end of the noise now. Okay, sorry, I think that's the end of the noise now. Yeah, so I think that, maybe there was some influence in your love life that was quite strong. Now, it also could be that you're with somebody or you love somebody and they're, that relationship is fine. That is something that you want to move towards and that makes you happy. But there's somebody else in your life, it could be a paternal figure, it could be a friend who's got a lot of influence with you, who doesn't particularly approve of the person that you care about. This is the King of Hearts, the King of Cups, and Mr. Darcy. So this is the true love card, and that's what's making you sing. That's what's making your heart leap. But you are getting some sort of, you do feel defensive against this other person. Be it that there's somebody you're with, but you want to be with somebody else, or that there's somebody that you really want, you want to be with, but there's some conflict from somebody else within your life who has influence over you in some way. And you're working on it. You're working on finding this way out, finding this healing, and that may mean cutting out, not necessarily this person. If there's somebody important in your life that has this opinion, you don't need to cut them out completely, but maybe you just need to cut out the influence they have over you, which means standing up for yourself, and cutting through those, the words and the actions from that person that don't do you any good, and keeping your own eye on the future. And this is something maybe that you need to work on having the strength and the ability to do, but you do have that, and you can do it in a healing way. It doesn't need to be in a harsh way. I think you have it within you to go about this in a caring manner and still come out, of this battle, in a loving way, having overcome, some, maybe insecurities that you had in the past, or overcoming some of the influence this person had on you, and that may have been stopping you going for what you wanted in the past. Okay, I'm going to pull a message from the Angel Answers deck. I've just split this deck now, so I'm just using the ones with the pink border. So these are the angel messages. I've taken out the yes, no, and the timing cards. Today we're just looking for a one card message to add to this reading. I think it's one in here. No need to worry. Isn't that great? Yeah, it's like, this may be a bit of a worry now. There may be some influence in your life that's a bit hard to battle through, but no need to worry. It's going to be all right. You have this flame inside you. You have the strength inside you to make everything beautiful in your life. Isn't that very like the star card as well, which is the card of healing and, wishes fulfilled. So wow. Okay, water signs. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Druid craft deck for you as well. This is just for you. Whoa! Sorry. Oh look. Oh no, I thought I was going to say that's the star card. Sorry, it's not the Ace of Pentacles. But you have another star there. That's way too many now that fell out. Yes, so this is just for you. Either have to do with this situation, or just, as well, stuff that can, make this time, this month, these mid-months a bit happier for you. And this card is for you. Now we have the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Okay, water signs. The Princess of Pentacles, so this is, following some, this is the idea, the seed of what it is that you want, and you're really focused on this now. It's really something that you want to move towards. So, again, it's something that will make you happy. And the Seven of Pentacles is, maybe like, in the background while you were, in the midst of this conflict that you're moving away from, maybe you had kind of been thinking about it for a while. The Seven of Pentacles is, that time when you look at what you have and what you want going forward, and you decide what to keep and what to leave behind, what's worth working on, what's working for you. This is coming over this card of burdens here and persistence, and the Emperor who could have been this influence in your life that wasn't making you happy and that you're trying to move away from. You know, and then you have your Three of Swords here, you know, which is really, it's the card of heartbreak. You know, and in this deck, you know, it talks a lot about how suffering can lead to wisdom, you know, and that learning is the result of, you know, in the Druid Craft book, you know, they have lovely descriptions for these cards, and the one for this is, you know, learning is described as you're seeing much, studying much, and suffering much. So out of that suffering will come compassion and wisdom and a more mature soul, which is kind of what the Queen of Swords is. You know, she was kind of born out of, you know, her wisdom and her realization of what it is she needs in her life was born out of heartache usually. And the star, like I said to you before, it comes after the tower. That healing and that love and those wishes come true. That comes after the tower, after something else has been lost. You know, you've kind of learned a lot. So maybe your lessons, you know, that you've learned have come out of suffering. You know, but out of this, you know, the three means a harvest. So out of this comes, you know, the harvest of what it is you know you want to work on, what the happiness that you know you want to work on. This could be your Mr. Darcy here, or it could be just having control of emotions, because the King of Cups is controlling emotions. You know, maybe this, you know, maybe the love in your love reading wasn't serving you, and, you know, your next love is going to be yourself for a while. Or maybe it is this Mr. Darcy and this other person you have to leave behind. I mean, it'll be a different story for different people watching this. But I do think that, you know, unfortunately, some of your lessons have come out of heartache. And that happens to us all, unfortunately. But it's lovely that you have this no need to worry card and the star card. This, you know, it'll come right in the end, is what I'm seeing here. Okay, water signs, I'm kind of finished, but do you know what? I'm just going to draw a little Bob Ross card for you as well, okay? Get a little bit more cheering me up out of this for you. Yeah, I think this one here. And you have the Four of Hearts. You know me, I think there ought to be a big old tree right about there, and let's give him a friend. Everybody needs a friend. Yeah, maybe, you know, you need a friend right now. Maybe this is your friend. You know, maybe there's somebody in your life that you're able to talk about this heartache with. Yeah, and I hope that's the case. I hope there's somebody you can chat to about it if you're going through this yourself. Okay, water signs, that's all I have for you today now for your reading. And I hope the story the cards have shown us helps you or gives you some comfort around your love life this month. My intention for this reading was to find the story in the cards that's trying to find you. It's a general reading, so do take into account what's happening in your physical world as well. And always be honest with yourself when interpreting the story and the meanings that have appeared in the cards today. I want you to know that I'm sending you this reading with heart, but do follow your own heart when making choices. If you enjoyed this reading, then I'd love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can always follow me on Instagram if you like, where I post some free general readings as well. I'm wishing you and your loved ones peace and good health. So slán go fóill, which is bye for now in Irish, and I'm wishing you all the best.